Now, to the scientific mind and the philosophic mind, these rational minds, it doesn't make sense, so let them go their way. It's perfectly all right. And if we confuse the wisdom of revealed truth with the knowledge of science, then we are in deep water. You'll never understand it. So let them go their way. Eventually they will have all that they can possibly do in what is known as knowledge. It doesn't matter, because we aren't here for that purpose. We came down into this world. We are immortal beings to drain the cup to the very dregs and to experience what it is to be in a world of death and decay. And the choral group sings your fall, may I tell you. They sing your fall into division, when all of a sudden it all comes out in a whirl, and you see a whirl, not knowing it, it's yourself pushed out. They sing your fall into division, and all that was contained within you is completely externalized as a world that differs from you, and you don't know it. But they also sing your resurrection into unity, when you bring them all back, and they're all redeemed within you. So this is the story that I've been sent to tell you. I'm telling you exactly what has been revealed to me. And so, then I turn to this theme of unity in division. And they sing my fall. And the chorus is altogether heavenly, may I tell you. And when they sing your resurrection into unity, what a choral group. And then you come to the end of it all before you begin to tell it. And you feel yourself at the very end, when the last one is completely transformed into perfection. And then you feel yourself imprisoned in a body. So this Spaniard was telling it in the most beautiful way. But he wrote it in his own tongue, and this is only a translation. And he based it on one little thought, the 14th verse of the first chapter of John. And the Word became flesh and dwelt, as he said, among us. But the word among is really the preposition in, and dwelt in us. That's where he dwells. Christ in you is the hope of glory. Do you not realize that Jesus Christ is in you? If he's in me, where am I looking for him to come? He cannot come from without. There is no one coming from without. It's all from within my own wonderful imagination. And that's where God is. So there is a river that makes glad the city of God. And this city, he dwells in the midst of this river and this city, and it shall never be moved. His most, I would say, high habitation, we are told. The habitation of the Most High. Then in that same 46th Psalm, it tells us, now be still and know that I am God. Can you still your mind to the point where it actually is so still that you can have the revelation? The mind is so busy all the time trying to work out something, trying to defeat what the other fellow said, trying to disprove him. And there are those who will come here for the purpose of disproving, like the pictured being last night. And he, by own being pushed out, he is going to challenge my right to say that they're all myself pushed out. And he was big and strong, not taller than I am. I'm 5'11", and he was the same height, but strapping, about 200 odd pounds. Giant of a man. And he was insolent, but he is myself, looking for the challenge. And I said, all right, wait and see. Now, if I awake, where do you think you will be? And so I awoke, and I was alone. I only outpictured in my dream. It's an egocentric world, beautifully told in dreams. And here I am outpicturing my own being, and that one to be redeemed. I have to take him back. I cannot leave him in the gnawing grave. So I have prepared the way for my banished ones to return. And there is no other way to return to what? To God the Father. And who is God the Father? The I am in you. That's God the Father. You'll never get back and know that I am He until His Son stands before you and calls you Father. And that Son is David of biblical fame. And when you see David, he has an age. He is the eternal youth. Eternity is personified as youth. Man not knowing that, they personify eternity as an old man with a scythe gathering people. That's not the true personification of eternity. It's youth. The Ancient of Days, yes, has no beginning, no end. And yet you can't call him old, you can't call him young. He is the Ancient of Days. When you stand in his presence, here is the Ancient of Days. Infinite love. That's what he is. He embraces you, incorporates you into his being, and you are one with the Ancient of Days, who is the Lord God Jehovah. And that is Jesus. And now he sends you into the world to finish the cup. And now you'll drain it, and you will drain it to the very end. And you will know bitterness as well. For joy and woe are woven fine, a garment for the soul divine.